I was in Barcelona couchsurfing. I wanted to go to Morocco. She said, oh, it's easy, you know, you can just take a ferry or a cheap flight. So just went to Morocco on a whim, kind of. Booked it 2 days before. Took a night train from Casablanca to Marrakesh. And I booked a first class ticket for 30 euros or something like that. And I got on the train and it was like this 1920s or 30s old style train, everything falling apart and rambling down the tracks, making all sorts of crazy noises. The cabin was actually 4 beds, so only one other guy came, and he ended up asking me if I smoked, and had a little hashish joint. That was my introduction to Morocco on the train. My host Jamal had said to meet him at a cafe, so I took a cab there. Just kind of waited around at the cafe for a half an hour and walked around, and I thought I was just stranded in Morocco alone. And it's not the center of Marrakesh. It was kind of a weird ghetto suburb area, and this guy comes walking down the street. Oh, Mike, you're Mike. And showed me to his house, where that was really not what I was expecting either. It was really nice sharing the whole culture. They cook everything in one pot and share it, eat it with bread, no fork or anything, and had some wine and showed me around Morocco, and then I had to share a bed with him that night, and it was really, really eye-opening for someone who hadn't traveled too much solo. You think of couchsurfing, it wasn't a couch, it was really much more intimate than that. And the couchsurfing host told me there was this oil, argan oil, and so I did some research into it and asked around and found out how cheap it was in Morocco, how expensive it was in the US. So I ended up, when I got back, I imported like 10 kilos of argan oil, and I had this whole plan for a company, argan oil company, with different products made from argan oil, and it kind of fizzled out a bit. I realized I didn't know anything about cosmetics, so I was stuck with all this argan oil, and let's just say it didn't really go according to plan, but I learned a lot from that trip, and not to just kind of start a business just because it's profitable. You have to really have your heart in it, and you know, be into what you're doing and kind of know what you're doing. You can't just say, oh, I can buy this here for €1 and sell it for 10 in New York. It's a lot more complicated than that. So that's kind of what I learned from that experience. But Morocco's a great place.